This story was shared anonymously in 2019 on a local forum in Ohio. The original poster claimed everything you are about to hear actually happened, and that they moved out just 3 days later. What makes this story disturbing isn't just what was seen, it's what was already there. It started when Daniel moved into a small rental house just outside Columbus. Nothing fancy, two bedroom, one bathroom, and a basement that wasn't listed in the original photos. The rent was unusually cheap. That should have been the first warning. Honestly, I thought I got lucky. Quiet neighborhood, no traffic, landlord barely asked question, it felt easy. Too easy. The landlord, Mr. Harian, handed him the keys giggly, almost like he didn't want to linger. Everything works. Basement optional. You probably won't need it. Won't need it? It's just old. The first night was good to good. Daniel lay in bed, scrolling his phone when he had heard something faint. Hello. Nothing. He brushed it off as the house setting. Old homes make noise, but then it came again. This time it came from beneath him, the basement. At the end of the hallway was a door Daniel hadn't opened yet. The smell hit him first, then metallic, almost rotten. Yeah, I am not dealing with that no more. He shut the door, locked it, and went back to bed. It at exactly 3 a.m. Daniel woke up, not because of a noise, because of a feeling. The kind of feeling where you know you are not alone. Then, who's there? It wasn't coming from the front door, it was coming from the basement. Daniel stood outside the basement door again. The knob was slightly turned. Daniel, I locked that. What the hell? He froze. He hadn't told anyone his address yet. No friends, no deliveries, no visitor. Something below knew his name. Against every instinct, Daniel opened the door. A narrow staircase led down into a cluttered basement. Old furniture, boxes, a broken chair, and at the far corner, something shifted. Hello, no response. He stepped down. One step, two, three. Hey, ah. The basement door had slammed shut. This time, it didn't open. Open. Come on. Narrator. He pulled, kicked, slammed his shoulder into it. Nothing. Then, he heard breathing behind him. Close. Too close. Please tell me someone there. You came down. Daniel turned slowly. In the corner stood a man. Tall, thin, unnaturally still. His skin looked pale, stretched. His eyes were completely black. What do you want? You were loud. Daniel backed over the stairs. His hand searched for anything, a tool, a weapon. Instead, his finger brushed against something cold on the wall. A chain attached to handcuffs bolted into the concentric. There were more, several different sizes, some still closed. He kept us quiet. Who? The one before you. Without warning, the basement door cracked open. Daniel didn't hesitate. He ran, didn't look back, didn't stop. He grabbed his keys and left everything else behind. When Daniel reported the incident, police searched the house. They found the basement, they found the chains, they even found signs that someone had been living there recently. But they found no one, no fingerprints, no reports, no missing person tied to the house, and the landlord gone no trace. 3 days later, Daniel received a voicemail. You left, but I didn't. The house still stands, empty, unlisted. A local say lights sometimes flicker in the basement even though the power was cut years ago. And sometimes, if you stand close enough to the door, you can hear someone asking to be let out. And